Hey everybody, happy Monday night and welcome to our weekly team call. I am Liza Reef, Sapphire Ambassador, and I'm joined tonight by the awesome Andrea Drury. She's there. We have some great information for you guys tonight. We have a lot of really new ambassadors in the last couple of months, and a lot of questions are coming up about sip and seas and events for your area, and so that's going to be like the biggest chunk of our call tonight, our events, because when we first started, we had nothing, and I'm sure Dre will kind of talk a little bit about how her and I started out in our first event and where we are now. So, but the first thing that I'm going to kind of touch on a couple of things, and I'm going to hand it over to her. And as you can probably see, she's having dinner at 8:32, so we're going to let her eat a little bit. So your monthly goals. We're halfway through the month of September. Where are you? Where are you at? Did you write down your goals on September 1st? Number one, that's huge. Those who write down their goals are more apt to follow through with their daily work and achieve their goals on a monthly basis. So are you using DMO sheets? Are you using the stack sheets that we have in our not our back office, but rather on our Goal Diggers team page? Lots of great information to hold yourself accountable on a daily basis, weekly basis, and monthly basis. And I have my notes over here. That's why I keep looking over here. Kelly Saposnik right now in her team group, this is what she's been doing. She's been doing weekly goals with her teams, health goals and business goals. And then at the end of each week, they are celebrating their achieved goals. So if they have, let's say Kelly herself has 3 goals for this week. She gets to Friday and she's achieved 2 of those 3 goals, or better yet, 3 of them. They're celebrating each other. They're dancing. I mean, it is awesome to watch. They are making videos of themselves, like just patting themselves on the back and dancing and just celebrating their accomplishments. This is huge. This is huge for all of us. We should be doing this daily. Look at your goals. Go back to wherever you wrote them down, your agenda, your calendar, wherever. Oh, Marilyn is saying something down here. Yep, stack sheet to customize it for me. Yes, and your stack sheet is awesome. If you want to send that to me, Marilyn, I can actually put it in the file section of Goal Diggers too, and people can look and see what you have, because you do have great stuff. So we have 12 days, 12 solid days left in the month of September. A lot of month is left for all of us. So push to make your goals happen. Do not write off the month of September because we're towards the end of the month. Absolutely not. You need to evaluate where you are with your goals and push forward. I posted on Sunday in Goal Diggers, I don't know if you guys saw it, I said, you know, we're almost to the final third of our month. We like to split the month up in thirds, 1st to the 10th, 11th to the 20th, and then the rest of the month. Samples are huge your last third of your month, because then you automatically have created yourself a potential list, potential customer, potential ambassador list for October 1st. So make a post, make it fun, make it funny, make it cute. I already have one that I'm thinking of. I'm going to have Marin choose a number between 1 and 200 and do a little live with her, have her choose it, and then everybody will comment, and then the person who comes closest will get a 3-day. But everybody else that comments will get a sample from me, 1 stick with a catalog, a handwritten note, and they go on my potential list for October 1st. So just something to consider. You want to buy that extra bag of Slim because you want to invest in your business. It's huge for our business. We want to be able to start that conversation, and one of the best ways to do that is to send your friend a sample. I also gave an example the other day on Goal Diggers. When you're going through your friends list on Facebook, or maybe your Franks list in your notebooks, and you haven't reached out to somebody, a simple message, hey girl, oh my gosh, I'm sending samples this week and I noticed I've never sent you a sample of Plexus Slim. What's your address? You're not saying, do you want one? You're not giving them an out. Oh my gosh, you've never tried Plexus. I can't believe it. I'm so sorry. What's your address? So you're making it exciting, you're making it fun, and then you're going to follow through. You're going to send it. Let's say I sent a sample today. I'm going to say in my note, I'm going to get a hold of you on Friday to see what you loved about it. So that gives also a timeline. So this is something that I had to learn through experience. I would send samples, and then I would follow up, and the person would be like, oh, yeah, I haven't tried it yet. It's still on my counter. Okay, cool. But you want to be able to give them a timeline so that you can start that conversation. So investing in your business, samples, huge. If you have any questions about that, reach out to us. We're here to help you. Dre, are you going to just nod? Are you going to talk about power hours at all? Okay, Dre is going to talk about power hours that she's been doing, but I don't know if you guys saw, I think it was Erin who posted it in Goal Diggers. Our business coaches are hosting power hours this week. They started today. They go all the way to the end of the week. And in fact, I took a snapshot of it. Hold on. They're giving away prizes. They're giving away prizes to people who are on the power hours. And actually, John Perini, who's one of our business coaches, he had sent a message to an ambassador and said, you're one of the winners for today's power hour. You'll be getting a pink blender bottle. And the ambassador, she just said, I'm so glad I jumped onto this Plexus Power Hour today. Not only did I win a shaker bottle, but also a coaching session with John. So John said to her, I'll get a hold of you and we can create a time to chat. During the session, 1 hour that she blocked out for herself, during the session, one of my contacts responded and will be signing up tonight. How incredible is that? So she, made a commitment, got on that power hour, and now is completely building her team. So those power hours are really important, and Dre will talk more about those. Last thing that I want to talk about, I just want to remind everybody about what we talked about a couple weeks ago, the Ruby Retreat. Like, we are in the works for this. We are so excited to be able to provide amazing training and reward for those who get to Ruby. And Amy Kozmowski posted all of the guidelines. I think she did it like last Wednesday or Thursday when she was on her way to Hawaii. So you can go back into Goal Diggers and check that out. Everything is there, but oh my goodness, it's going to be amazing and you don't want to miss out. Okay, so I'm going to pass it on over to Dre. She's going to talk to you guys about events and a little bit about power hours that she's been doing. So all yours, Chickie.
Okay. Hey, Liza, thank you for giving me a few minutes to eat because now I feel like I'm a little bit more on point. Crazy, this re-entry, man. Woo-hoo! All right. So Liza touched a little bit on this whole idea of events. And events can be scary, and we know that. And events can be overwhelming because I think that we have this vision in our mind of that we have to have this big, huge party. We have to have a huge spread. We have to have all these people invited, and God forbid it turns into a Peter Brady party. What if no one comes? Like, that's like the absolute worst thing that we can have happen. So let me just take you back about 3.5 years ago in 2015 when Liza and I were brand new. So I think Liza, probably you might have been gold or senior gold at that point.
Maybe. I just went Ruby because I was that leaders retreat. Yeah.
Yeah. So you had just gone Ruby, and what we decided to do was we said, all right, we have 0.0 things, nothing. We didn't have a back office that had rank up roadmaps. All we had was a book that was a book, and it was like you had to figure out what they were saying, and I don't know. It was just the training materials weren't there. So we decided that we were going to hold an event, and it wasn't even really a sit-and-see. We got our ambassadors together, I think, and we got food. I think we charged like $5 for an ambassador, and guests were free, and food and it was in the back room at McGeary's Pub in Albany. Keeping it classy. Hashtag. And the best part about it was that Liza and I got together in my classroom, and we made out of a piece of oak tech. I still have it, and it's going in our diamond box, I swear, that had water stains on the bottoms. And we made the power of 3 in I don't know, I think they were scented Mr. Sketch markers, and they might have been neon green, pink, and purple. It was really classy. But let me tell you something. That event got us people to join the team. It got people to catch the vision. It got people to say, wait a minute, I want to know more about this. I can totally relate to your story. Please, how can we make this be a part of our lives? So it's almost like a rip the Band-Aid off kind of situation. You need to kind of get over the fear of doing it and just do it. And just ask somebody, do you want to do it with me? Ask one of us. If I can, I will be there. Utilize the cocktails or utilize our bigger events. Utilize cocktails and conversations to be able to find other sideline ambassadors that are doing the same thing that you're doing, and you guys can link arms. Because that also kind of leads me in. I think our summer was as good as it was because of all the online events that we had. Now, if you want to do an online event and do an opportunity event, a healthy hour, whatever, everything is right. It's all ready for you. All you have to do is say, I want to do this. You can schedule them. You can schedule your posts 5 minutes apart. So all you're doing is there in answering questions.
Can you tell people how to do that? How to schedule their posts in their...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so all you do when you go to, if you're in a group page or an event page or something like that, when you go to post, underneath the little button, there's a clock. And if you click on that clock, it'll say schedule, and then you can schedule your post. If anybody's ever used Buffer, it's very similar to that. But the cool thing is, is that it doesn't say Buffer. So no one knows that you're scheduling all these posts. So it's a pretty amazing thing. For when we did it, someone would make the post, or everybody would have their scheduled post, then everybody else would comment. And let me tell you something, I think I lost 15 pounds of sweat every time we did one of those events because it's so stressful. It's not like that anymore. So utilize those things so you can do this completely on your own. And then that leads me to, okay, first you can decide that you're going to do it. Either grab a couple other people or even just do it on your own. I will help you. I'm sure Liza will help you. We'll all be there. Share it with other ambassadors because everybody is looking for something. And the reason why is that you have your sample list at the end of the month of who you're sending stuff to. That's your event invite list. That's what you pull from. So it's not like you're drawing from something brand new. My other suggestion, after doing these as much as I have, with that event list, you don't want to invite everybody on that list in one fell swoop. You want to focus on maybe 5 to 7 people that you invite to these events and you love on them all week. Hey, how you doing? Check this out. I just posted this really cool, I saw this really cool article. This goes along with everything that we're talking about in the event next Tuesday. I can't wait for you to be a part of it. Okay, then the next day you send something. Then you might wait a day or two and then say, hey, I'm so excited for this event. This is going to be great. I hope you win some prizes. You can't do that with 40 people that you invite.
Yeah,
you just can't.
I agree with that. And also, like, during the event, that if you have 5 to 7 people, you know what their health concerns are and what their goals are. So if you have somebody who is participating that has TMJ and I post my testimony, you can go and tag them because you know. Otherwise, if you're personally inviting 30, 40, and that's awesome, don't get me wrong. Like, that is, like, amazing when people are
it's great.
I have 40 people. But can you really give them the attention they need? And don't exhaust your list because we're always having online opportunity meetings. So, sorry, Andrew.
Right. No, that's exactly what I was going to say next, is that because what you'll find is that you're going to be inviting the same people and they're going to tune you out, and you don't want that. I read something, I don't know if you get Big Al's newsletter every week, and he gave all these reasons and percentages as to why customers leave certain organizations or certain people. And 64% of customers leave because they think that you don't care about them. So if you spend 1 week getting people ready for this event, you have 7 customers that know that you care about them, and they're not going anywhere.
Right.
And I've had people that I've invited 2 times, love them up on these events, and they signed. Mm-hmm. Because that's ultimately what you want. You want people to get on the products, and you want them to join your team. And it's very, very hard to do that when you're inviting a whole host of people. You want to just concentrate on inviting a few and loving on them like crazy. Also, I want to stress the personal invite and say, listen, I see that you're really struggling with sleep. We really can help you. I would love for you to hear everything that we have to offer. Don't just put a blanket thing out there or just go all, I can say, hopefully no LuLaRoe people are on here, but which they're not. But LuLaRoe does mass invites and just throws people in groups. I think that that's a terrible way to do business. And I mean, I'm not going to buy anything from someone who just throws me into a group. Also, too, I want you to feel empowered because you have all these tools at your fingertips. Sometimes just saying, I'm going to do this and scheduling the date, it's the push and the nudge that you need. And you're never by yourself because we're always looking for events to go on. Always, always, always. Because we need something. That's what keeps everything moving throughout the month. The next big event that we're going to be having is basically, and whoever wants to jump on it can, and I don't even think we posted it in Rockstars yet, but there's 6 of us that did the Prize Palooza are going to be doing another live event, and it's an opportunity event where we have, like, I'm a working mom, but I'm going to be talking about there's a better way. Then we have other working moms that are putting this in, and they're slash business women. They're teachers slash Plexus ambassadors. We have stay-at-home. We have so, and it's only 20 minutes, which I find to be awesome. Come join us, 20 minutes, invite your people, and then it's up to you. This is the biggest part, is the follow-up after the events. That is key. If you miss that, then you're missing out on Fortune is in the follow-up. Okay, Liza, are you okay if I go to Power Hour?
Yeah, can I just say 2 things really quick?
You say whatever you want.
Thanks. You mentioned cocktails and conversations, and some people might not know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I know I posted it in Gold Diggers a while ago, and we have several people coming. I'm really excited. But basically what Cocktails and Conversations is, we here in the Capital District of New York, Albany, Latham, Clifton Park, Saratoga, we have several team members here in our area, and it's very important to us as leaders to just love on each other and get to know each other. Our sideline relationships that we have locally and not locally are absolutely incredible. And I'm actually thinking, and I can see her on the screen, Angela Green, like I saw that Lynn Snow is coming to the meeting, to our Cocktails and Conversations. And these 2 they've been talking for months and just collaborating and strategizing and getting questions answered and just supporting each other. And that's going to be amazing to watch them actually meet each other. And you can do that too. If you are in an area outside of us here in the Capital District, if you have a couple of people, just get together at a house. We happen to do it at a restaurant because it's centrally located from Albany and Saratoga. We're very fortunate to have a great restaurant in our backyard here that offers $5 appetizers. So I purchase the appetizers. Everybody else gets their drinks on their own. But it's an hour to 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours, where everybody can just relax and get together and celebrate successes and just kind of brainstorm certain things. What's working for you? And just get to know each other, and it's awesome. The second thing that I want to say is I know we have several ambassadors on our team who also do vendor events. Andrea and I have done vendor events. We did a lot of them at the beginning of our business. And we got to a point, honestly, we're going to be honest, where they weren't income producing for us. So we kind of we kind of stepped away a little bit, and that's okay. So that's number one. Are these vendor events that, are they working for you? Are they income producing? So with vendor events, the two biggest things: do not walk away that vendor event without getting people's contact information. The best way to get contact information is to do a giveaway. You get a name, you get an email. That's all you need. Create a spreadsheet and then do emails to them, personal emails. When they walk away, pull it out and write a note on it. Talk to her about IBS. Single mom, talk to her about energy, whatever the case may be. And be confident. Like, these are in-person vendor events. Be confident. You're the expert. Even if you don't know the answer, you know what? I really don't know that answer right now, but let me make a note of it, and I'm going to find the answer for you. Can I have your email so I can let you know? You're the expert. Be confident. And you don't need a lot. You do not need, you need pink drink, you need some catalogs, empty bottles of our products. People want to know the specifics of the ingredients. Have your ingredient cards. Do not stand behind your table. Don't stand behind your table. Be us Plexus ambassadors. We're open, we're fun, we're funny, we're happy. You want to be out in front of your table, like pulling people in. Have balloons at your table. Get them to you. So I know fall is here, and there's so many fall festivals. I know for sure Angela Green and Lori Filazzo are both doing separate events this weekend. I'm sure many other people are too. So we don't have to do events. We don't have to do sip and sees. We don't have to do online events. And that's one of the great things that I love about our business is that I'm not like ball and chain to parties. Okay? Like, I'm not making money and creating financial freedom for my family, leaving my house 3 nights a week to do a party. I'm not doing it. But this kind of stuff, this works for me. It works for my family. Online events, ambassador events. And if anybody's on this call who's locally to us, myself, Kelly Saposnik, Andrea Jury, Lori Abley, Jody Rutledge, and our sideline senior Ruby sister here in our area, Jen Cooper, we're planning right now a huge opportunity event for October. You guys, it's going to be absolutely amazing. You're going to be invested a little bit, and details are to come. Let's just put it at that. But it's going to be in October, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. And it's going to be income producing for you, I promise. So, Power Hour, go.
Okay. So, as we were talking about before, the Power Hour that corporate is that they're kind of spearheading. And just so you know, when Liza posts it again in Gold Diggers, the list, it's Mountain Standard Time. So we have to add 2 hours to the time to make it our time. But they're doing this week, they're doing 2 a day. From what I could tell, it's like 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. That's like just off the top of my head, our time. So I ran 2 on Saturday, and I'm going to be honest, it was new. There weren't a ton of people on there, but what made it really cool was that I broke it up into 10 to 15 minute increments. And the way that I did it was I broke it up to, I think it was event follow-up, sending samples, recruiting, and sharing. So it was all, and yeah, so it was follow-ups, invitations, and sharing. That's how it was. And what it basically did was I set a timer, and I set it for 15 minutes. And for those 15 minutes, that's what I focused on. So I can tell you that I had a list of people that I reached out to. I said what I, kind of like what I did to reach out to them. And I invited them to the event, and I'm getting more and more people that are still responding to me. And it has been wonderful because it is 1 solid hour of work. And it is unbelievable what can happen in 1 hour, because that is where you're planting your seeds, and you're working you're still continually working with that hour as you continue to go on. So now if you could do a Power Hour every day, oh my God.
And it's intentional. It's intentional work.
It's intentional, yeah. And I thought too that breaking it up into those 15-minute increments, that it became much more doable and it wasn't overwhelming. And in those 15 minutes, I knew that I was sharing Plexus for 15 minutes. That meant that I posted about the products. I made sure that I reached out to people who I know had been, like, I looked at Facebook posts on that Saturday morning. If I see one more person say, I can't sleep, I'm going to lose my mind. So, just reaching out to those people. So I highly recommend the Power Hour. I find it to be unbelievably powerful. And it's even cooler because once you go through that 15 minutes of your intentional work, then you can come back and debrief with the people that are on the call and talk about, okay, what did you say? What went well? How can we do this? Like, do you have any suggestions of what I should say? And it makes life so much easier because you're not working in a vacuum. It's also you're working in a shared office space or something like that. Okay. There's something else that I wanted to talk about with that, and it's always IPAs. You always have to be doing something that in the end can produce you income. Mm-hmm. And it's not just scrolling on Facebook and making comments. I've decided I'm spending a whole nother hour doing that, focusing on people that are non-Plexus people. So I keep coming up in their feed. And when you do it in 15-minute chunks, it makes it so much less overwhelming. Oh, and BT Dubs went by like that. Mm-hmm. It went by so fast, so fast.
And we've talked about doing one. I know Drea did it this weekend with her team, but we've talked about doing one as a whole. So that would be pretty cool.
I would love that. And on at least around here, Thursday, I know Shenandoah schools are closed. I'm going to do 2 on Thursday. Awesome. And I'm going to do the 2 that are corporate spearheaded. So I'll be able to share more information. And I hope everybody joins us on that because I think it's definitely
I'm going to get on the early one. I have a doctor's appointment in the afternoon, but I'm going to get on the early one.
Yeah. I'm going to try to do both.
Those coaches that are running them, that are facilitating them, they're amazing.
They're great.
They're amazing.
And just one more thing about the events. What Liza said, you don't have to do events. You don't have to. But if you're in a place where you feel as if you're stuck, this can help kind of push you a little